You know, it is just us here. You're allowed to feel just a little bit of excitement over this.
Well, I'll get excited when we get Alcazar's noose off your neck. Come on.
Okay.
What?
I said okay.
No. Your okays are never just okay. It usually means the opposite of okay. Is that our boy Rafe?
Who the hell else?
Shit.
It's no surprise that Uncharted 4: Thief's End is often considered the best in the series. Its greatest strength is in its narrative and how it somehow manages to tell an Uncharted story without alienating newcomers to the series. Developed by Naughty Dog, the game stars Nathan Drake, a professional treasure hunter who by now has given up his life of adventure in favor of the creature comforts of everyday suburban living.
We really need to go on another vacation.
Returning fans will be greeted by old familiar faces, such as Elena Fisher, who's already married to Nathan by this point, as well as everybody's favorite cigar-chomping wingman, Sully, who's grown a couple of gray hairs since last we saw him.
It's been a while.
Too long, boyo.
That's because 3 years have passed since the events of the previous game, and this time around, the folks over at Naughty Dog wanted us to explore one last treasure, the one we all wanted to see.
When you turn something on, you expect it to... Okay, there we go.
Nathan Drake.
Ah! What?
Where are you?
I'm in here being stabbed with a fork.
Oh, really?
What? Just keep going. It was interesting.
After saving the world 3 times, Nathan's been feeling a little unfulfilled lately. But that all changes when a new friendly face steps into the picture.
Tommy. Asshole. Yeah, can I help you?
Yeah, I'm, looking for my little brother. It's about your height, a little bit leaner. Definitely less gray in the temples.
Sam?
It's good to see you again, Nathan.
God, Sam.
Oh, all right. Take it easy, take it easy.
How?
Being the 4th entry in the series, fans will be surprised to learn that all this time, Nathan had an older brother named Sam Drake. As the story goes, Sam's return comes on the heels of a successful prison break, that of which didn't come cheap. In exchange for his freedom, Hector Alcazar, a dangerous crime lord and former cellmate of Sam, is promised a cut of Henry Avery's lost pirate treasure, the Gunsway heist.
Hector, you do that, and you'll start a goddamn riot.
Exactly. Háganlo. Stay close to me.
The only issue is Sam doesn't know where it is. With a deadline of 3 months fast approaching, he enlists the help of his younger brother, with the hopes that the two can find it together.
Not really surprised.
What does that mean?
Well, I just, happened to do a little digging of my own. And, I bet your Rafe doesn't have this.
Nathan, being accountable for his brother's safety, is forced to choose between a normal life with Elena or a return to form. And of course, this means
That treasure is as good as ours. Shit.
How's the Malaysia job going, Nate? Seems like you're a hair off course.
It belongs in my family.
the plot itself, while entertaining, is a huge gamble for Naughty Dog. By this point, Nathan is already a fully developed character with his own timeline that spans 3 games, while his brother only has this one chance.
How's a kid your age know Latin?
The nuns sort of insisted on it.
So, like a boarding school.
It's a nice word for it.
As a result, Sam's absence in the series up until now makes him feel a little ham-fisted. This is especially evident considering nobody's even mentioned him once throughout the series.
Suppose I should have asked about the Drakes before I took the job. Not much to tell. I know Nate pretty well, Sam less so. He seemed to just appear out of thin air.
Nevertheless, the story itself embodies a great coming-of-age tale for the Drake family duo. Troy Baker's charismatic interpretation of Sam pairs well with Nathan Drake's witty, enterprising personality. Additionally, since Sam is older, you'll see him teaching his brother new tricks that enhance the core gameplay design.
Well, there's that exposed beam underneath.
Oh, you think you can rope it?
Do I think I can rope it? Watch this.
I'm watching.
Say hello to the rope climb, used to traverse dangerous chasms and cliff faces that otherwise would prove insurmountable. The new level design embraces this mechanic by allowing you to swing from branch to branch while you look for alternate flanking routes or secret alcoves hiding buried treasure. That's not all. Nathan also learns to master the piton, used to scale softer rock faces that can bear his weight. Both mechanics rely on precise timing of the square button to successfully execute, but unlike the rope climb, you'll only have access to the piton in the latter half of the story. Fortunately, each mechanic is easy to learn, and it's difficult to imagine a world without them. Together, Uncharted 4 uses these mechanics to grant you access to wider vistas and breathtaking new heights that harness the full power of the PS4's hardware.
Now, what do you say we go rob from the rich, huh?
Visually speaking, this is paradise. Cutscenes were all rendered in-engine and resemble the movies more so than even the Crysis series on PC. It's difficult to describe the feeling you get when you first see the game transition from gameplay to in-engine cutscene. Things like the gun you're carrying in-game will carry over, or fallen weapons left on the ground. If you're like me, you'll even spend your time just looking around, zooming in on small details, expecting to see a mistake. But trust me, they're hard to find. Imagine seeing tire tracks on a dirt road, leaves bending as you pass, or the gun strap flapping in the wind after unslinging it from your back. You will get the idea. For a game that was released 2016, it's easily the best looking console game unless you've played The Last of Us Part 2. Throughout the 12 to 16 hour campaign, Nathan and Sam's story will unfold in a mix of flashbacks and present day events, establishing the origins of Rafe Adler, who serves as the plot's main antagonist. You'll see he's been after Henry Avery's lost treasure for a very long time. But, unlike the Drake brothers, he has the money to do it.
Hands in the air. Hi, Victor.
Hello, Nadine. Pleasure to see you again.
Only this time, I've got the drop on you.
Thus, he enlists the help of Nadine Ross, who heads a private military division called Shoreline, and together, they get to work on undermining our two adventurers every step of the way. I found myself enjoying Nadine's arc more so than Rafe's because she's always keeping him in check. Nadine's pragmatic approach juxtaposes well with Rafe's more egocentric, erratic behavior. This pays off at the end when you discover how far one is willing to go to get what they want.
See you soon, buddy.
If Uncharted 4 gets one thing right besides the character development, it has to be the classic gameplay formula of cover shooting mixed in with exploration. Naughty Dog indeed played it safe by not including weapon upgrades or unlockable skill trees. But that's not to say it's worse. Returning favorites like the FAL, AK-47, and the Pistole make their triumphant return, while new additions like the ARX-160 and the M14 Custom may end up surprising you. Personally, I found the ARX to be my go-to whenever I could find it, which wasn't as often as I'd hoped. However, in the age of progression systems, there was room to incorporate some form of upgrade system here. For instance, the more you used a certain firearm, the more attachments you can unlock on your way to mastery. That could have incentivized replayability outside of the core story with new trophies to unlock for each given mastery. But unfortunately, that's not the case here.
There you go. Oh boy.
For the first time in the series, the game design introduces new open-ended objectives. For returning fans, this doesn't translate to an open world experience, but you will find some areas in the campaign are much broader than others. As the action ramps up, the pacing changes from cover-based shooting sequences to clever puzzle mechanics that do one of two things. First and foremost, they test your ability to problem solve, and second, they inadvertently serve to heighten your appreciation of the subplot and who Henry Avery was and how far he was willing to go to protect his treasure.
Hey, that did it! The course is unlocked and Avery's sigil just appeared in the floor. Damn.
Puzzles are just challenging enough to make you feel accomplished for solving them and offer a welcome fix to the fast-paced story passionate fans have come to expect from an Uncharted game. As I mentioned in the beginning, many consider this entry to be the best in the series, and now I hope you know why. While the tale of Nathan Drake indeed comes to a close, the real treasure lies not in jewels or gold, but rather in the bonds forged along the way. Let's not forget, Elena has been with him since the very beginning, and you'll see her enough to know how much she cares about him. Sam, while late to the show, makes up for it with shared love for his brother. And how can I forget to mention that we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the great Sully. Yeah.
Again with the winch, Sully. Pretty handy, right?
I wasn't against getting the winch. I was against getting ripped off.
Nice cover story. Yeah, so this is one adventure that deserves its praise.
Sic Parvis Magna?
Greatness from small beginnings. It was his motto. Check out the date.
As a wise man once said, greatness from small beginnings.
One day after he supposedly died.
Wait, what are these numbers right here?
Coordinates, right off the coast of Panama.
Oh, so that's how you found the coffin.
Yeah, that's right. See, Drake left this as a clue to pinpoint the exact burial site.
For someone clever enough to figure it out.
Yeah, nice try. But we're still going for that boat. Yeah, I'm afraid this is as close as we're getting to El Dorado.
And here we are now.
That actually happened. Come on, man. What did I miss? Jeez, Sam, where do I start? Start with the best part.